Hello, this is Mira. Welcome to my channel, my lovely people. My morning chai is not just a basic necessity to get my day started and to satisfy my newly found caffeine addiction, but it also has become my most favorite morning routine that looks and tastes different each day, but constantly provides a calm and safe harbor before the hustle and bustle of the day starts. Every morning starts the same, with a grumpy from a short night with bad sleep, or well rested and feeling like nothing could ruin the moment. The very first thing that needs to be done is to kick off the chai preparations. For this, we simply boil some water while scrambling together the ingredients in a small pot that we use for boiling the tea. Us personally, we are not too particular with our black tea choices. So we just take about 10 bags of whatever black tea we have in the house, and yes, I mean 10 in 10. Together with a handful of tea bags, we use about 2 teaspoons of our favorite chai mix. For us, we have been recommended to use a chai mix from this amazing Fiji spice market in Newtown here in Sydney, which has got us absolutely hooked. Hands down, the best chai mix we ever had and a wonderful opportunity to support a local business. We are currently using a complete chai mix, including black tea, as during our last visit to the Fiji spice market store, they actually did not have our original spice mix in stock. So below I will actually insert a quick link for you to the chai company where we got our chai mix from the last time. So you can have a look and check out the product yourself and maybe have a try as well. However, with any spice mix, it is always a trial and error until you find your preferred ratio of black tea to spices and then to milk. So we can only recommend to not give up after the first trial. Readjust the ratios if it wasn't to your liking the first time around, and chai again. I had to add that one in. Also, do not hesitate to add on more spices if you feel up to it. I know Amro does it sometimes for us, but when I make the chai myself, I am perfectly happy with the mix that we have on hand. In the end, everything is all up to you. Once the water is boiled and the pot is filled with the tea bags and spices, we simply fill the pot up with water of around 2 cups or so, while turning on the stove to the highest heat setting available. The tea and spices usually boil for about 5 minutes, I would say. Sometimes it's a bit longer, sometimes a bit shorter, so we don't really, actually time 5 minutes. It's more of a feeling kind of thing. Until we add in the milk, which is a very similar procedure as with the chai spice mix. It is completely up to your own preference on what type of milk you want to use and how much you actually want to add on here. For us, it always differs a little bit as we never really measure the milk usage, but usually I would say we put around 1 cup of milk in, maybe a splash or 2 more, if we feel up to it. We usually I measure it depending on the color of the tea in the pot, and then however we feel like, we want to put in more or not. So once we have added the milk into our pot, we set down the heat to a very low temperature setting for everything to really come together. This would then take about, I would say, another 5 to 10 minutes until it really comes together, in a full boil on that lower temperature heat setting. Now, this is actually very important. Once we have finished boiling the chai, and if we have used tea bags instead of loose tea, we take a small strainer for our tea bags and press all the liquid out of them using a teaspoon for us not to lose any of the valuable chai to the trash can. So we're actually almost at the finish line at this point, and the only thing left for us to do is to strain the chai into a big jug. We usually use our repurposed plunger for this, as it is fairly big and can hold mostly all of the chai all the time. So all that is left now is to fill your cups, potentially add in more milk, and of course, not to forget, add in your sweetener or sugar of choice. I love everything sweet, so I do need good amounts of equal or brown sugar for my own cup. So with this, we personally would just go ahead and sit on our sofa in the living room and enjoy the morning quiet and the soothing feeling of the chai.